The influencer industry, such a popular and really booming industry. But did you know that most influencers are actually broke? If you want to know why, well, stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and I welcome you to another episode of AlexandraTV. Now, today's episode is about the world of influence and influencers. Now, even though I am not part of that industry, I can see how, unfortunately, there's some flaws in this industry that make it so influencers are not making real substantial money. Maybe they're making some quick money, but they're not making long-term money, right? So in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you what are these flaws, and so that if you are an influencer or maybe thinking of becoming one, well, perhaps this can help you. Now, before we officially get started, I invite you to go and download your A.V.A pyramid. If you're new on this channel, maybe you don't know what the A.V.A pyramid is, right? Well, the A.V.A pyramid is a concept that I've developed over the past decade, and it's called the 9 stages of personal and professional development. For over a decade now, I've been coaching thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world. I'm also an author, a speaker, and so we've developed this tool so that people can see where they're at. Because here on AlexandraTV, the episodes that we put up is to help you grow, is to help you learn, is to help you improve yourself. So what better way to do that than to have a tool that allows you to see where you're at on your journey and what's the next step and what's the next step until you reach the top. So if you want to have more information, if you want to download it for free, just go in the description below this video and click on the link. All right, so let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about this industry. Like I said, it's a new industry, right? It's fairly new. There's a lot of, especially young kids, teenagers that dream of one day becoming influencers, right? But what most people don't tell them is that influencers, they really don't make money, right? A lot of influencers out there with millions of followers, they are broke. Now, I'm going to share with you what are the 3 reasons for this. And again, like I said, this perhaps will help you to not make those mistakes. So without any further ado, let's begin with reason number 1. All right. Reason number 1 is that influencers are used to making quick money, and therefore they're just as quick when it comes to spending it. All right. So I see a lot of influencers who are in their 20s, let's say beginning of their 20s. And you know, they're out there flashing their Louis Vuitton purses and their Chanel purse and then Hermes purse, you know, when it comes to the ladies. And the men, they're there, you know, renting these luxury cars, right? Because most of the time it's rented, they don't own them, right? And so they're making quick money, but spending it just as quickly. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem because there's going to come a time where your career as an influencer perhaps is not going to be as sustainable, and perhaps you're not going to be making as much money. And then you're going to have to just find something else. Why? Because you didn't invest wisely. I started my business when I was 19 years old. I started with nothing, right? I was even in the minuses. I had like close to $20,000 in debt. And so I worked really hard. By the time that I was 25, I was already making 6 figures a year. But I did not buy any luxury items until I was 26, actually. I remember clearly I was in Paris for a conference. I was given a conference in Paris. And I decided to take one day off to go to Les Champs-Élysées. And I went to the Louis Vuitton store and I bought not even a purse, just a wallet, Keep in mind, I was already making 6 figures every year, right? And I remember investing in that, buying this wallet and feeling guilty. I remember I was like, oh, this money, you know, I could invest it in the business. Because what I did is that before that, I never splurged like that. I could have very easily, every month I could have been buying every single month a different purse, right? A different luxury purse or different luxury shoes. And believe me, I love luxury. I love pretty things in life, right? But I'm so grateful for that young, smart 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old Alexandra, because I knew that if I started to spend all of my hard-earned money on just, you know, splurges and just materialistic things just to show off online, right? Then there was going to be someone else smarter, my age, who was instead going to be spending, or should I say investing their money in the business. And they were going to get ahead, because when you work hard, but on top of that, you have cash, you have capital, then you can really get ahead, right? But then if you spend all your money on things that you just get them, you know, to impress people, it's just not going to work like that. So, you know, over the past few years, I've bought luxury items because, again, I like it and I like to reward myself. But believe me, I could have a lot more. I could have a lot more if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I'd rather invest. So this goes out to all influencers. Be smart about it. A lot of influencers, they're influencers, but they're not business people. They're not business minded. You need to think more in terms of business. And in business, capital is very important. So you need to be, instead of spending, you know, without even thinking, you need to be investing in the future of your business and in your future. The second big mistake that a lot of influencers make is that they think that the number of followers that they have is really their number of followers, is really people who trust in them and who they are influencing. It's not like that. It's not because you have millions of followers on Instagram or on your YouTube channel or on Facebook that these people will actually buy things that you recommend or buy even from you, right? You need to focus more on quality versus quantity. And on top of that, you absolutely need to have a database. A database is so important. I always talk about this in all my videos and all my programs that have to do with entrepreneurship. You need to have an email list, right? So the people that are there watching videos from you or liking your posts on social media, they don't belong to you. If tomorrow, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, they decide to shut down your account, these people are gone. You're not gonna be able to find them. It's gonna be very difficult, right, to find them back. But once you have them on an email list where you have their name, their email, even their phone number, even their address, then that's really your followers. That's who you're really influencing. And a lot of influencers out there, they have millions of followers, like I said, they don't even have an email list, which is a terrible mistake. So if you are an influencer or thinking of becoming one, do what I always tell my students to do. Start an email list. You know, the reason why in all my videos, Alexandra TV, I always say I have a free gift for you, the A.V.A pyramid. It's not a coincidence. It's because we want to have you on the email list, because we know that like that we have direct contact with you. We don't need a middleman, right, in the middle. So this is very, very important. And the last and final big mistake that a lot of influencers make, and you don't want to be one that's making this mistake, is to become a publicity, or even should I say junk bag. You know, like, I don't know if where you live it's like that, but I know where I live, not anymore, you know, because of, you know, recycling and environment and all of that. But for a long time, we used to get little bags, plastic bags with a lot of like publicities, right? A lot of like ads and different places, right? So you get that and usually you throw it out, you know, you recycle it, should I say. You don't really keep it, right? A lot of influencers are what a lot of people call sellouts. I really cringe whenever I see an influencer who every single post that they put up and every single video, they're like, so here's my coupon code and go get this thing because this is the First of all, the coupon codes, they're not getting a lot of money. They're getting a very small percentage. And a lot of time influencers, they're not even getting paid for what they do. They're just like, oh, I want to travel, so let me reach out to this company. They're going to give me a free trip. They're not even really making money. They're just living in the present moment, not thinking about the future. This is a big mistake. So you don't want to be that. You want to be exclusive, right? Again, talking about quality versus quantity. This is important. I've been doing videos. I've been online for over a decade now. I've been approached several times, you know, to talk about products and to get paid, you know, to talk about products or services or whatever. And I've always said no, because if I like something here on Alexandra TV, I'm going to share it with you. And anything that I've ever shared in all of my videos, it is not sponsored. Why? Because I am my own sponsor, right? I sponsor my own stuff. So this is very, very important. You know, be very exclusive. I know for me that if one day I choose to work with a brand, first of all, it's going to be like once a year, you know, it's going to be very exclusive, and I'm going to make sure that they're paying me very, very well, and that it's you know, it's very aligned. You know, I don't want to just talk about a product or anything if I don't really believe in it, if I don't really use it myself. So this is really, really important. You don't want to be like that. You really want to be more. It's about exclusivity. It's about standards. It's about respecting yourself and what you're sharing with the world, I think. So there you go. Those are the three, I think, big mistakes that a lot of influencers make. Now, to be completely honest with you, I don't really understand the influencer industry. Why? Because to me, an influencer, someone like Oprah Winfrey, right? Oprah, whenever she would do the favorites, people would, you know, if she would talk about a book, let's say, right? The book would become a New York Times bestseller #1 in just a few days, right? I think that that's influencing. And I don't think, and this is just a call of action to all influencers to maybe think outside the box and do more. Do more than just post pictures with you holding a product. Do more than just doing a video about a review. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if the influencer industry is going to be sustainable in the future. Perhaps it will. But I think that influencing, it's when you have influence, it's such a big responsibility, and it's big influence, right? You have to understand that. Also, another thing that I have to add before ending this video is that for me, I'd rather be the club owner than to be the club promoter. That's just me. So I'm just saying, for all of the young kids out there watching who are dreaming of becoming an influencer, do you want to be the club promoter out in the street giving, the little flyers, like, well, that's back in the day, right? Giving the little flyers saying, come to the club this Friday, come to the club. Or do you want to be the club owner? An influencer is someone out there giving the flyers, promoting, right? The club owner is the club owner, right? The club owner pays the influencer. So that's why I say, I am my own sponsor. A lot of people would like to say that I'm an influencer because, I share my thoughts and I do videos and all of that, but I'm not sponsored by anyone but me, right? I am a businesswoman. I have a business, right? So anyways, just a little advice for young kids. Think about that. Just think about it. All right. So that is that for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section if you're an influencer, if you're thinking about becoming one, if you want to be the club owner. Let me know. I would love to read from you. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share with all of your friends. Perhaps all your influencer friends need to watch this. And don't forget to subscribe for 2 new episodes every week here on Alexandra TV. So that is it for today, and I will be seeing you very, very soon.